Vice City is the most iconic, beautiful and vibrant place in the entire GTA 6 map that Rockstar has created. It is arguably one of the most exciting parts of the map, capturing the glamour, hustle and energy of America in a single city. Today we're going to go everything we know about Vice City. We will talk about its appearances in trailers, screenshots, the official GTA 6 website description and the community made map so we can get a better understanding of where it sits on the map and how it looks in the game. I have already made similar videos about every other location that was presented to us, so you can watch whatever interests you. But for now, let's focus on Vice City and start with the official description for the GTA 6 website. Everything in excess. We're a long way from the 80s, but Vice City is still the sun and fun capital of America. The glamour, hustle and greed of America captured in a single city. Each neighborhood has something to offer, from the pastel Art Deco hotels and bright white sands of Ocean Beach to the bustling panaderias of Little Cuba and the bootleg brands of the T-shirt Walker flea market, out to the VC port, the cruise ship capital of the world. As the description implies, Vice City is a long way from the 80s, which is obvious. It is also a clear Easter egg and reference to the original Vice City game that came out in 2002. The website says that it still has the same fun and atmosphere it always had, and honestly, it was amazing before. A lot of locations from the original GTA Vice City map will return, and I'm pretty sure we have already seen some of them in trailers. They also mentioned the T-shirt Walker flea market, which is actually based on the real-life Op Locker indoor flea market. The cruise ship capital of the world is mentioned as well, and it would be absolutely crazy to actually get control of a cruise ship. We saw in a screenshot that there is a cruise ship, a huge one by the way. It is not clear whether we will be able to take control of it and actually drive it, but if that's possible, it would be mind-blowing. Even just exploring that massive thing would be amazing. Now let's look at the postcard of Vice City. First of all, it looks absolutely beautiful. We see lots of skyscrapers and high-rises in the back, and one of them is actually being built. But let's hope we do not get the same thing we had in GTA 5, because in GTA 5 they never finished building that skyscraper. We do not want a story like that in GTA 6. Here, if we take a close look, we see an island. Obviously it seems pretty empty except for the trees, but I think that on each island there is a very good chance that some things can be found there, maybe even treasures. If that is the case, then that would be really nice and fun. We also see lots of boats, yachts, mega yachts and super yachts, all of which look amazing, and obviously they will be drivable. We can see more buildings being constructed over there to the right, along with cranes and some kind of factory. The place we saw from trailer 1 is right here too. You can see a Ferris wheel, which will also be visible from a screenshot we will talk about a little later. If I'm not mistaken, what we can actually see here is the cruise ship I mentioned before, and it is extremely huge to be honest. Now let's take a closer look at the trailers, because Vice City appeared many times in both of them. We will begin with the first one. This is already one of the most iconic shots, the view of the Vice Beach area. We see lots of people on the beach, some kind of yacht, a boat, jet skis, a shark, lots of birds, cars driving on the beach, and the plane with advertisements for the Club 919 that we will visit quite a lot in the game too. Here we can also see just how many buildings there are and how big this place really is. Lots of high-rises, skyscrapers and definitely plenty of places to explore. Honestly, Vice City is much bigger than Los Santos in GTA 5. The very next shot gives us another look at this place. Again, more high-rise buildings that hopefully we'll be able to enter. Obviously not every building will be enterable, but maybe Rockstar will surprise us with the amount of places and interiors we can go into. On the left you can actually see a drawbridge, which will open a lot of possibilities for stunt jumps, streaks and more, which is pretty cool. If you look closely at the windows you can actually see the interior inside, so it either means the building is enterable or it's just very well made. Each balcony has something unique too, like towels, surfboards and more, which is also a very nice touch. By the way, you can see people standing on the balcony. Another shot that has been shown very often is the beach shot, where we can see lots of NPCs with different body types doing different things. In the back, the buildings we have just seen are visible again. You can see a few helicopters and the plane. Overall, the world feels very lively. Just looking at what people are doing is fun, because we can see a jacked man and a fit woman with a dog. There is no secret that the weight system will be in the game, and it will be somewhat like San Andreas, where you could get jacked or fat. So yes, that system will be in the game. We'll also see a guy taking a video of his girl dancing. Many people are sunbathing, some are on their phones, and some are getting sunscreen on their skin. This shot is really cool and the sand looks great too. Here is the Vice City port, lots of boats and the shipping vessel with containers on it visible. If you remember the leaks, Jason actually opened the container and found a bike there with gold bars. That will definitely be in the game, and opening containers is going to be a very fun activity that I cannot wait to do. In the back, Vice City and planes are also visible. Right here we can see Lucia and Jason driving in the heart of Vice City. City. We actually get another look at this place from a different angle later, near the Ferris wheel and the stadium called Sahara Arena. A guy is filming Lucia and the nightlife in Vice City looks amazing. We will get a better look at it a little later, but even in this shot, the amount of details and how beautiful the neon lights and everything looks is just unbelievable. Here you can see a bunch of people gathering to show off their customized vehicles, and the vehicle customization will be most likely insane. It will be absolutely amazing. You can see many people on many different cars with lots of variations and upgrades. Here we get a look at Jack of Hearts strip club, which we saw in the leaks a few times. It will be a major place in the story, and the place we'll probably visit quite a lot of times in our free time too. It is obviously in Vice City, owned by Booby Ike. This shot is once again absolutely amazing. It is nighttime and we see lots of different yachts and boats. They look pretty cool, and what makes me happy about the game is that every yacht will probably be drivable. I do not know about the cruise ship though, but every yacht we see here should be able to move, and that is crazy. Overall, nighttime in the game looks beautiful, and driving around the map with music will be so relaxing and breathtaking. Especially think about the first time you'll do it. I think we'll all enjoy that a lot. We get a pretty good look at Ocean Beach, a place we know very well from the original Vice City if you played it. Lots of expensive, good looking cars, nightlife buzzing, people having fun, a guy with an iguana on his shoulder is begging for money, people are walking by him. This place will be very interesting to walk through or drive through at night with all those lights and NPCs around. Then we see the club, DJ playing music, everybody hyped up. It also looks pretty cool with a big crowd and every NPC looking different. It will be interesting to see how it actually looks in the game. It is happening outdoors, and I think it could be this area because the screenshot of Drake One Priest is probably taking place somewhere around that place. I might be wrong, so do not rely on my words completely. Next up, I do not want to spark a discussion in the comments, but with the shot of the girl who looks a lot like Lucia, I still believe it is her and it's not just a random NPC. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Is it actually Lucia or just an NPC that looks a lot like her? But let's keep focusing on Vice City in the background, because that is what we are discussing. In the back we can see a basketball court and lots of buildings again. The place we see in the back will be talked about later too, because it is actually in the official website screenshot. You can see that same basketball court where Jason, Carl Hampton and Lucia are playing basketball, so it's definitely a place we'll visit. Here a rich old guy is visible on a yacht with many women, basically having a party. It actually depicts real life Miami pretty well, I think. The person who posted the video has the name Dead Bot Squad, and the caption says, "Hey puppy, save some sugar baby for the rest of us," which is quite interesting. Right here it is also happening in Vice City. A girl on a car is dancing, and these descriptions on those videos are funny every time. They always make me smile. Someone call the Department of Transport on this dump truck. And honestly, well, I agree. Right here we can see the two characters who are also relevant to the story, Baylux and Roxy. They're shooting a clip, and you'll actually see a little later in the video how much they changed in trailer 2, because they were visibly altered a lot. Again, this is happening in Vice City with a huge crowd, drifting, the clip being filmed, lots of cars. Nightlife in the game will be absolutely crazy. And look at the effects. This is trailer 1 by the way. The smoke and the shadows from each person standing in front of the cars look incredibly good. Here we get a better look. It is actually not the same place where they are filming it, because in the back of the shot you can literally see Jack of Hearts strip club, which will be visited quite a lot and will be relevant to the story. Why are they in front of it, you might ask? Because they are connected to Drake One Priest, who is directly connected to Booby Ike, since they both own Only Raw Records label, where Baylux and Roxy are involved. This shot is pretty interesting too. It shows something happening on a highway somewhere in Vice City. I do not know the exact location, but in the back you can see the sign saying Vice City Port and Keys. Plus in the game we will obviously see Vice City International Airport too, which we will talk about a bit later. Again, talking about NPCs, we will definitely have lots of cool random interactions, and this is one of them. The guy just left his car in the middle of the highway to do this on the road. Quite interesting. This shot also takes place in Vice City, because in the back you can see the buildings. It looks like some kind of biker gang, if I'm not wrong. They are the high rollers. And why am I so sure? Because you can see this interesting looking guy who will actually appear a bit later in the same trailer, and this is the same person. They're on bikes and dirt bikes as well as ATVs. People are hyping them up and it looks pretty interesting. This is probably one of the outskirts of Vice City, definitely not the downtown area. Here we can see them again with a cool title on this news channel, Dirt Bike Dirtbags. We can actually see a few police vehicles, people are being detained, some are hyping them up while they're crossing the street and running away from the police. Again, it feels very very lively and interesting. I believe this will happen quite a lot in the game. The last shot from trailer 1 actually features the guy I was just talking about, the high rollers guy. I'm pretty sure this is him. Same hairstyle, same beat, same body structure. In the back we can see the bridge, some advertisements and customized cars that will be part of the high rollers lifestyle. Maybe this character is not even random. Maybe he'll be a side character that we'll see several times. It is not clear at the moment, but could be possible. Now we are moving to trailer 2, which features even more Vice City moments than the first one. Let's take a look at them because they are beautiful. Right here, Jason is driving. We can see a few high rises on the right, workers doing construction work on the left, people sitting in the trunk of a car, something that I don't really remember happening in GTA 5, but it is in GTA 6 now and it's pretty cool. The plane flying above also looks really good, lots of detail. Again, we can see a sign that says Ambrosia and Vice City Airport. Over here, it's Ocean Drive. We can see two girls looking at Jason while he is doing bench press and he's actually lifting 120 kilos. That is quite a lot, so he's obviously jacked. In the background we can see a woman walking her dog, a few NPCs just minding their own business, working out. Overall, this shot looks very cinematic and extremely interesting. Here, Jason is driving by Little Haiti area. A few police cars are visible and they are detaining some people. On top we can see a metro rail, something that is actually in Rio, Miami, called Miami Metro Rail. We will obviously be able to use it too, just as we could do with trains in Red Dead Redemption 2, the metro in GTA 5 and the metro in GTA 4. And we actually saw that in the leaks too, if you remember. If you wanted some action, here you are. Jason and Lucia are robbing a bank somewhere in downtown Vice City, because it's not just a small time bank. As you can see, it's called Sin Frontera National Bank. So this is not just a small job. I think these two shots are connected. Here is the short clip of Raul Batista doing a heist with Jason and Lucia, and it is probably the same one, because they are in the same outfits and have duffel bags, which strongly suggests the heist. Jason and Lucia are visible on the yacht in another moment from the trailer. It is obviously in Vice City because we can see buildings in the background and some kind of party going on with lots of NPCs around them. Lucia is in a very nice dress, Jason looks pretty cool too, and this is probably some type of a mission like we saw in trailer 1 where they are on a highway in a car, with Lucia wearing the same dress, but in trailer 2 it looks much better because it has more texture. By the way, we will see them in this exact clothes a little late too, so it's probably some kind of mission like we had in Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5 where we had to hang out with Lenny, and in GTA 5 where we had a mission with Michael and his son Jimmy, so it's probably a mission like that where you just hang out, have a good time. Something interesting is happening here. We are obviously in the middle of a mission. Jason and Lucia has done something as the police helicopter is chasing them. It looks like Lucia has to jump from a window and Jason is helping her. The textures on the wall just look absolutely amazing. You can literally see the marks of dirt on the window. Right here is another interesting mission because we are literally in the center of Vice City on Ocean Beach with Jason doing a drive-by, shooting from the car window at someone. So this is probably some kind of pursuit mission with high stakes. Once again, we get a look at Vice City Metro Rail and Baylax. As I said, we saw them in the first trailer, now you can only see Baylax and she changed quite a lot. This moment from trailer 2 is absolutely mind-blowing, because you can see Lucia actually blowing up police vehicles that are pursuing them. And just look at the details. You can see Lucia sitting in the back of some truck that is heavily damaged. You can literally tell that half the roof is missing, but she's still there. I don't know whether it's just for that one mission or whether destruction of vehicles will be this detailed, but either way it looks amazing. The effects are very nice and it takes place on some kind of highway. We can see advertisements and a bridge, so it is taking place in Vice City, and maybe this is a continuation of that same bank heist from Sin Frontera National Bank, because Lucia seems to be wearing the same clothes. Here we get a look at Drake One Priest along Jason. They are reacting to some video in a very interesting way. They are clearly surprised. In the back we can see lots of people jogging and a dog. By the way, you can see a yacht and a Ferris wheel, so it's obviously taking place in Vice City in some downtown central area. Right here is a very interesting moment. Lucia and some very jacked women are fighting, nearly falling over a plane. I do not even know what is happening, but this mission is probably by far the craziest one. There are maybe even more interesting ones later, but for now this looks insane. You can obviously see lots of high-rise buildings in the background, so they are flying over Vice City, and it looks incredibly intense. Here we see another intense mission where literally towing a safe in the back of a pickup truck through Vice City at night. So obviously again it is some type of a heist. They probably robbed the bank, maybe a smaller one this time, but it's still pretty cool. Actually this moment from trailer is an Easter egg to Fast and Furious 5 because they had this similar moment in the movie. Over here we get a look at a mysterious character whose name we do not know yet, but he is not random. First of all, because Lucia and Jason are very close to him. They are obviously having a great time, and it's probably that same mission location I was talking about, where Lucy and Jason are wearing the same clothes. This guy appeared several times in trailer 2. I made a video about mysterious characters we saw in trailers and screenshots, and he's one of them. He will surely be relevant to the story, and it will be interesting to know what role he takes on. Here, we are looking at Ocean Beach once again. This place is beautiful with lots of NPCs and expensive cars. You can literally see two girls crawling out of a car just to get a photo or a video for their social media. Some cars are customized, they look very nice. Just look at the rims of that Obey car. They are pretty sick. Here you can see a guy taking a picture of a few girls, taking a picture with a man who may be quite popular. Basically, life on Ocean Beach will be very interesting and exciting. Again, this shot is also on Ocean Beach. It is a club that we actually see in the artwork of Baylax and Roxy. It is Ocean View Hotel, because in the background of that artwork you can see the name. Purple neon lights look absolutely amazing, girls are dancing on the roofs and lots of people are having fun. This location will be very interesting. We actually saw it in the short clip of Lucy and Jason driving past the Ocean View Hotel on Ocean Beach. You can see it on the left side. It's a little bit blurred, but it's still there. This clip is very short, only 1 second long. Lucy is looking out of her car and she looks absolutely amazing. In the back, even though everything is blurred, the shot still looks very cinematic. Jack of Hearts strip club is visible here once more, and it looks even better than it did in trailer 1. I will not go into details, but we are definitely going to have a lot of fun time here. By the way, on the right side you can see the owner of the club, Booby Ike. In this moment you can see Jason and Lucia on a jet ski. In the background you can see a yacht with a party going on, inflatable flamingos, more jet skis, some signs, obviously high-rise buildings, and an island too. So it is clearly a yacht party, and Jason and Lucia seem to be a part of it, having a lot of fun. This moment is also quite interesting. Lucia is jumping from the bike after a moving truck that has a container with a Lamborghini, which is GTA's Pegasi. This looks like an intense mission. There are lots of high-rise buildings around the place, and it's happening on a highway. It looks good, and I think it could be some type of a mission that Booby Ike could give us, because he is described as the Vice City legend in the official description, so he could be the one who ordered this mission to happen. And finally, this beautiful shot, it is the sunset, and we see Jason driving over a bridge. We can see a boat, lots of mansions and houses, and it all looks beautiful. Look at this, very cinematic. There are lots of buildings, including one that is being constructed and that I mentioned earlier. Very nice sunset shot. I really wanted to say that we're done here and we're moving to the screenshots, but not yet. We still have some extra things to talk about. These are artworks and character screenshots that take place in Vice City, but we will still have some special Vice City screenshots too, so stay for them. First of all, we can see Booby Ike, the owner of Jack of Hearts Strip Club. He is in his club, as you can tell from the background. Since we're talking about Jack of Hearts Strip Club, I wanted to cover everything in relation to that club so we can move on. Here is the artwork of Drake One Priest. He is outside Jack of Hearts Strip Club because he's directly connected to Booby Ike. You can see high-rise buildings all around the place, in the background, the Jack of Hearts sign, and lots of people along with security. If you saw the leaks, this place looks amazing, even considering that it was in 2022 and the footage was even earlier. Booby Ike is sitting in his office, pistol on the table, with lots of money and jewelry around him. In this shot, they are outside the club, Booby Ike and Drake One Priest together. In the background, you can see security and people talking. Drake One Priest and Booby Ike actually leaving the car, so they have just arrived, I guess. In this one, Booby Ike is clearly enjoying the girls working in his strip club. He's literally sitting there with them around. One more scene shows Booby Ike drinking from a double cup in his club, while Drake One Priest here is on the second floor. He's just standing there with a couple of people around him are near the balcony looking down, clearly having a great time. One more screenshot of Drake One Priest shows Baylax and Roxy too. Since they are part of their label owned by Booby Ike and Drake One Priest, obviously they are together in the club. Another screenshot shows Real Dimes dancing on their car in front of Jack of Hearts club. You can see all those same buildings around the place that we saw in trailer 1, so it is probably the same event but in trailer 2. Here is a short clip of Booby Ike again. He's in his club, having a great time, looking at the camera and smiling. In the background you can see money flying around and people having a great time. Now let's talk about artworks involving our main characters, Jason and Lucia. The artwork given along with the first trailer takes place on Ocean Beach. You have probably seen it a million times times by now, but it is again in Vice City. Jason and Lucia are together and it's happening in front of Atlantis Hotel on Ocean Beach. The other artwork given to us alongside trailer 2 is also in Vice City, where they're in the middle of a heist. Lucia has a briefcase and police along with a helicopter are after them. The boat they were on is full of bullet holes. In the background you can see lots of different buildings and the bridge. Basically, it is in the heart of Vice City. Do you remember a very bright location with lots of art and the car meet where people gather with heavily customized vehicles? It is actually based on real life Wynwood in Miami, and this artwork of Raul Batista also takes place in the same area. You can see lots of art on the walls with a container structure and Raul Batista, who looks very nice. Next up is Ocean View Hotel. I mentioned this artwork before. We can see Real Dimes, Roxy and Baylux. It is on Ocean Beach. We gotta look at this place quite a few times in the game, especially at night, and it will look absolutely mind-blowing. Now I want to draw your attention to this. In GTA 6 there will be a studio, obviously owned by Bobby Ike and Drake One Priest, which belongs to the Only Raw Records music label. Real Dimes, Drake One Priest and our main characters will probably be there quite a few times. So this is the screenshot where we can see Drake One Priest, some NPCs and the music application that looks a lot like FL Studio, along with a lot of electronics that look very nice. We actually see that place more in the screenshots of Baylux. You can see her in that studio. I'm not completely sure if it's the same one, but probably is. However, I'm absolutely sure that this is all happening in Vice City, and by the way, this short clip too, where we can see Drake One Priest and Real Dimes entering the studio. You can see that they even have some awards and the sign that says recording, so this is probably the room we just saw. Another short clip is taking place in Jack of Hearts and it's about Roxy and Baylux. You can tell that this is Jack of Hearts because of the balloons behind. Again, Real Dimes are recording in the studio here and it looks pretty cool. It is all happening in the same studio, very likely. This shot is almost like in Vice City too, though it's not clear exactly where, but you can see Drake One Priest and Roxy in the car. Maybe it's in front of Jack of Hearts Strip Club. Right here in the screenshot of Jason on Ocean Beach, he is leaning against a tree with a phone. We can see an expensive car in the background, lots of NPCs, nightlife buzzing and people standing on the roof. By the way, take a look at the windows. Those rooms seem enterable and I hope they are. Another screenshot of Jason shows him probably standing on some bridge or somewhere like that. We can see lots of highways and roads in the background along with high rises. They look very cool. Just take a look at the details. His arms, hair, watch, everything looks so nice and realistic. Again, it is undoubtedly somewhere in Vice City. Now for the screenshots involving Lucia. They're at some pool in the center of Vice City. Obviously you can see Jason in the background. Lucia has AirPods in her ears and she is just in the pool having a great time. Another shot is this one. In trailer 2 we saw Jason and Lucia in nice club clothes. And I told you to remember them because that is the same nightclub, probably in that same mission or event. Right here you can see Raul Batista by himself in the car with a duffel bag of money. In the background we can see Lone Bank sign, which is a returning bank from GTA 5, so it is definitely Vice City. Right here we can see lots of high-rise buildings, drawbridge and the sunset. Raul Batista is on a yacht, it's definitely in Vice City, and the last shot shows Raul Batista in a white costume with NPCs in the back. It looks a bit like Ocean Drive, but I'm not sure. I don't know where exactly this could be located, but it's definitely Vice City again. Now we are finally moving to the screenshots of Vice City itself, because all the things I've showed you before were mostly extras about the characters, even though you could see Vice City in them. But now we are moving to screenshots that are basically 100% in Vice City. The first one is a plane flying over the sign Vice City. It is probably going to be somewhere close to Vice City Airport, although it is not clear exactly where. Still, it is a sign. I would really love to visit it in the game when it comes out. The second screenshot is on Ocean Beach and it shows us something interesting. We can see a young guy with an obviously mature woman. He's probably a cougar and he's probably with her for something other than love. The beach is visible, lots of palm trees. The scenery looks amazing with all this sunlight. You can literally see a palm tree leaf on top of that structure, lots of NPCs chilling by the pool. Overall, looks very great. In this screenshot over here, we get a look at the center of Vice City. As I mentioned earlier, we can see a basketball court where Jason Calhampton are playing basketball and you can literally see Lucia standing right there. There is some type of police pursuit going on and the criminals are running from the police. We can see fancy hotel named Valletta. In the background, lots of buildings, high-rises, skyscrapers are visible, helicopters are flying too. Overall, this looks very beautiful and shows just how big Vice City really is. Right here, we get a look at these two men who were visible in the first trailer, because many people speculated that these two characters are actually the same ones from the first trailer, but they are just changed. Maybe that is true, maybe not, I'm not sure, but this location where this screenshot is taking place is probably Little Haiti area of Vice City because of the structures in the background. In this screenshot we are once again on Ocean Beach. We can see a lot of people, a woman sunbathing, people walking by, one guy with a metal detector, a lifeguard, and an old couple with a grandfather checking out that woman that is sunbathing. People playing American football. And if you take a look at the buildings in the background, you will realize that those are from trailer 1, so it's basically on Ocean Beach. Over here, this screenshot is taken right in front of Ocean View Hotel. 4 women are getting detained. They obviously do not care because the police are detaining them and they're just having fun. They do not seem to take this situation seriously. I will say it again, take a look at the windows, you can see the interior inside. And something interesting is that if you take a look at the car, you can literally see condensation on the car, which is really crazy. This screenshot is taken inside Jack of Hearts Club. Once again, we see lots of strippers very up close. I'm not gonna go into all the details, but I'm just gonna say one thing. Just look at their sweat all over their bodies. Now, my favorite shot of Vice City is this screenshot. It looks amazing. Nighttime, neon lights all around the place just make the whole scene look so much better. Let's begin with the left corner. We can see lots of cars, including expensive ones. There is a concert hall, the Sumerian, which I believe might be a hotel, and obviously there is Sahara Arena that we saw in the first trailer. So this area is basically full of entertainment. There is a Ferris wheel, and in the background you can see a bridge, and something I have mentioned before is a huge cruise ship that will obviously be able to enter, explore, and maybe even drive. I'm not sure about that, but if that opportunity is in the game, then it's crazy. By the way, you can also see Vice City Port. Overall, this looks amazing. The final screenshot before we move on to the community made map is this one. I believe it is somewhere in the Wynwood area. Most likely there is a metro rail above it, or maybe a highway. Again, bike gangs, probably the high rollers are visible here. Maybe it is another group, but I'm not sure. A homeless guy with a dog is there too, alone with the customized cars, a few vehicles, and an advertisement on top. Some real estate agency, and something you have probably seen a bunch of times is the Guariana state license plate, which is based on real life Georgia, the state right next to Florida in real life. It is not clear whether it will be in the game, but we will find out pretty soon. We are now done with screenshots and trailer moments, and we are ready to take a look at the community made map. The map was created by Yanis and a number of people on Discord, and they absolutely deserve credit for their insanely hard work, because it takes a lot of time, people, and triangulation to create such a map. It looks amazing, so let's get into it. Obviously, Vice City will be located on the right side. It is the biggest location on the whole map. It is much bigger than Los Santos and any other map in GTA series. So let's begin with the bottom left corner. This is actually the shot where a pickup truck is towing a safe. Obviously, it is the heist Jason will be involved in, and it is happening here in the place called Gable's Estate. Right next to it, in the moment from trailer 2, Jason driving on the highway with a plane flying overhead. It is located right here, and it actually helps us understand why the plane flies so low and why another plane comes from that direction and it is so high in the sky. Because Vice City International Airport will be located right here on the left side, so it all makes sense. The screenshot of Ro Batista, you can literally see that drawbridge in the back that we saw in the screenshot, and all those buildings are mapped out too. Now I want your attention focused on this location. The Cuesta area is actually based on real life Brickell, which is one of the most prestigious areas of Miami. So this moment from trailer 2 where they are robbing a bank takes place somewhere here. Then the moment from trailer 1 where we saw those high-rise buildings and the drawbridge takes place right here near the Miami River. And if you look to the right, Fisher Island is where we'll probably be able to play golf. At the moment it is in red because it is only speculated, but it is most likely going to be in the game. The Vice City port is based on real life Miami port that we saw in trailer 1. Looking back to the left, here we can see Lucia fighting very jacked girl on the plane. A very interesting shot that we saw. It takes place right here. Another one on the bridge is just next to it, and a little bit to the left too, near Little Havana, which is GTA's Little Cuba, is the moment where Lucia blows up police vehicles while they're pursuing them. It happens right here, and it is a crazy shot. Over here we get a look at another really interesting place. As you can see, the leaks took place right here. I cannot show them, but they were here. And this is the shot from trailer 2 where you can see Lucia jumping from the window while a helicopter is above them. It takes place right here. Another moment from trailer 1 with a woman that I did not include because I wasn't sure, but based on mapping community research, it should be happening in this area. Then we have 2 screenshots right here. It is Little Haiti area where we saw those 2 guys from trailer 1 who were heavily changed. And there is also that screenshot we talked about last, which looks very nice. Next to it is the moment where the guy was grabbing his crotch as an apology. It actually takes place right here, and it actually does make sense because he's driving from the top to the bottom of the map, and if we take a look at the sign, it is actually right. Over here we get a look at the place where the DJ was playing. It looks pretty nice too. Here is the moment we saw Drake One Priest and Jason reacting to a video from a phone, and that takes place right here. Here's also the place where Lucy and Jason were riding inside a red supercar, and it is located right next to Sahara Arena. Talking about this screenshot, I was not sure about this, but now that I look at this place, I really had not noticed it before, but in the back you can see high-rise buildings, so this screenshot actually takes place in Vice City, and they managed to connect this screenshot to the Starfish Island. Furthermore, the moment with dirt bike guys takes place on this intersection, which is quite interesting. Just near the intersection, the moment from trailer 2 that we saw with Baylux takes place right next to it, and we know that based on the grass in the area. Next is the moment where we saw the Ferris wheel and lots of other cool things, which is Sahara Arena obviously. It overlooks this way where the cruise ship is docked, and everything looks very beautiful. Over here, our favorite location is Jack of Hearts Strip Club. It will be located here, so please remember this place because we'll all be visiting it a lot. Right outside of this place, they seem to have filmed the moment with Baylux and Roxy. Again, in this screenshot and in this moment from trailer 1, they are right next to Jack of Hearts Strip Club, as visible in all of the screenshots and trailer moments. Then, if we look a little to the right, we actually get to see the Venetian Islands from trailer 1. They look absolutely amazing, and they overlook Vice Beach. Another screenshot that I did not know where it took place, and they managed to place it right here, is the moment where Lucia is in the pool and Jason is behind her. It looks towards this way. Since we are talking about the Venetian Islands, I think we should also mention this place because it's happening there too. You can see the entirety of Vice City, lots of skyscrapers and high-rise buildings. Again, absolutely beautiful. Just next to it from trailer 1, the moment with the sugar daddy on the yacht is right here. Another moment from trailer 2 just next to that is Jason and Lucia on jet skis. It takes place right here, as you can see on the map, and based on the leaks, one of our safe houses will be located in Vice City over here, as shown by this icon. By the way, there are lots of tennis courts, one on the Venetian Islands and one right next to them, and basketball will be in the game too, so there will be lots of things to do. Then let's take a look here. The high rollers moment take place right here, as I said, in Little Haiti area, which is not that far from the Venetian Islands. Wynwood is the moment from trailer 1, and it's located right here. It is very close to Little Haiti and close to the northern part of Vice City. We're almost done with Vice City, so let's take a look at this place. It is actually from the Postcard. Again, it looks very nice and beautiful. You can see lots of those buildings that were visible from there. You can literally see that it is here because of the picnic islands visible from that screenshot. But before we move to Vice Beach area, I want to touch on a little bit of waning sands. Actually, this place where we see the gas station. In the background, we can see the tops of high-rise buildings that are located in Vice City. Just so you understand and have the right perspective. What is also interesting is that we're going to have a hospital in the game, obviously, and there will be a Live Links Golf Club, which was in the original GTA Vice City. If you remember, there was also a movie studio, and I think it is very likely that all of this will return in GTA 6. As someone who played Vice City a lot, I am very excited for it. Then finally Vice Beach, the northern part of it to be more exact. You see someone standing on the roof, and whoever you think it is, I believe it's Lucia, it takes place right here. Then 2 screenshots, one where we can see Hotel Valletta and the basketball court takes place here, and you can see all the buildings in the background that we talked about. Another screenshot shows a cougar and the young guy beside the pool, and it all takes place right here. If we move a little farther south, we can see the moment from trailer 1, the opening where we first saw Vice City. Again, trailer 2 moment with lots of people near the Minion Hotel takes place right here. Then here is the most packed place with all the shots from trailers and screenshots because it's located right next to Ocean View Hotel. As you can see in the screenshot where girls are being detained, in the moment where Jason and Lucia are hugging, and in the moment where Jason was standing by the palm tree from his screenshot, is this exact place right here that I just mentioned. Then Ocean View Hotel from trailer 2, once again, the moment from trailer 2 where Jason was driving by and shooting, and from trailer 1, a very prominent scene we all remember. And actually from trailer 2, another moment where Jason is pumping iron and doing bench press is right here. A few leaks took place over here. As you can see, it is very well mapped out, with almost every building being grey, which means they are fairly certain of their location, and the ones are in red are less certain ones, more like speculation. Here the woman on top of the car with her dump truck, it takes place here, also in Vice Beach, and the last moment from trailer 1 with lots of NPCs on the beach takes place here, nearly at the very bottom of Vice Beach. Basically, that is it. This is how Vice City looks like. It's absolutely huge. If you do not think this way, then you will see when the game comes out, because it is indeed huge. And this is just the buildings that they are 100% sure about, because they appear in trailers, screenshots, leaks, and they triangulated their locations. The number of buildings is just mind-blowing, and those are not even all of them. We still have this part of the map that isn't mapped out properly well, but a lot is still left to uncover. So stay tuned for it. Trailer 3 will be pretty soon, hopefully in the next few weeks. We will see, but for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and like the video, because it would help me keep going, trying and improving my content. Thank you a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.